Hey, you guys, don't forget to be part of the live open discussion every Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here on Gotta Love Them Movies. You guys, we're talking about the Cruella trailer. It just dropped 3 hours ago. I had the pleasure of watching Natalie watch the trailer. Natalie, this was one of the most enjoyable things because I had seen this trailer like twice before. Like earlier today, I watched it like on repeat, and then I got to listen to the trailer and watch you watch it as you like here on the Skype connection. I loved it first and foremost, but I want to hear from you. Like, what was your reaction to this thing?
Man, I really did love it. Normally, I watch trailers twice to get just like a good feel, but you got me on my first watch, and I think you said it like I smiled the entire way
You
through,
were so
and
happy.
that's kind of how I felt. Like I think I was pleasantly surprised still, and also just like yeah, and very interested into what they're gonna do with the Cruella character because I guess it's no secret. I'm not a fan of the Disney live action remakes, but this one just feels different to
It
me. I don't
does,
know.
yeah. It feels totally different. Well, maybe not totally different, but one of the things that I loved a lot about this specific trailer, as opposed to the previous one that we got, the last one was more of an announcement trailer, like, hey, there's a Cruella movie. It's live action. It stars Emma Stone and a whole bunch of other people. And I'm specifically thinking of Emma. Oh,
Thompson,
thank you,
Emma
Emma
Thompson,
Thompson. Like Emma,
the
there's
Emma,
so many different Emmas. It's like there's so many different
Eminem,
Toms.
Emma, Emma's. That's
M
gonna be really hard.
Eminemas.
Emma, ugh.
Eminemas. Yeah. So like the last announcement trailer was just that. It was like, hey, this movie's coming. This trailer that we got today, just 3 hours ago, tells us way more about the story. It tells us way more about the character. And one of the things that, like many other people that I was concerned about in this movie is this going to do kind of like what Maleficent did and say, ooh, here's this evil villainous character, but she's not as bad as you thought. This trailer really makes it look like she leans into the evilness, and to have Emma Stone go through, or rather Cruella go through the process of becoming an evil character, pitting her against maybe an even more villainous character in Emma Thompson seems appropriate, because I think it's fair to say we as the fans, as the audience, we don't want to see a misunderstood villain, and maybe they're not all that bad after all. We want to see Cruella be evil. Like, do we want to see her murder dogs? No, that's gross. Nobody wants to see that. But we
Nobody
want to
needs
see
that.
the evilness that is Cruella de Vil. Her name is literally Devil. Cruella Devil. That is
It
her
was
name.
her birthright. It's her birthright. Yeah, I agree with you. I do not feel like they're going to take the Maleficent route. Or even if they did, it feels like this story is breaking away from tradition into where there has to be. Again, we've only seen the trailer, we've only seen two. It would be interesting if Disney is breaking away from the traditional norm of having a protagonist that is a hero. I
Yeah.
think it would be interesting if this was slightly darker and slightly more attuned to young adults, in the sense that maybe your protagonist in this story is a bad guy, or is at least anti-hero enough. I'm really interested to see how the dogs come to play, because we see like the three Dalmatians, that apparently Emma Thompson's character, it would appear that she owns, and I just think I'm curious about that because it's an interesting little hint without necessarily like link not necessarily leaning into the fact that she wants to skin these dogs alive, like, and I'm
Yeah,
kind of
it seems
curious.
more foreshadowing, and especially when you
Yeah,
have that kind of villainous character to play against Cruella, it's it. it sets up the context of her vindictiveness against Dalmatians seems more vindictiveness against Emma Thompson's character than it is against actual dogs. I mean, maybe if Emma Thompson owns these dogs and she's in love with Dalmatians, and Cruella hates everything that is Emma Thompson, well then the Dalmatians would obviously fall into that, and maybe making her signature coat, Dalmatian coat, is her way of getting to Emma Thompson and just like getting under her skin. Not just getting under her skin, but like really saying like, I hate you so much, I'm going to turn your dogs into coats.
Yeah, I think that too. I also think that we might end up with sort of a twist ending. I really don't want to write this story in my head, but I already am, which means I'm setting myself for false expectations that will never come to pass. But
WandaVision.
yeah, exactly, right. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting if there was sort of a twist where, you know, at the end of said battle between wits and tough ladies, that Emma Stone's character emerges, like Cruella emerges with this Dalmatian coat, and it is inferred that it's Emma Thompson's dogs. But it would be really cool if there was like a cutscene where it's like it's not the dog. She kept the dog. She just wanted to troll Emma Thompson's character.
I mean, that could be really cool. That could be a really fun way to play it.
Yeah, because I know that the internet is not ready to accept any kind of killing of dogs.
No. Well, I mean, if anyone saw that documentary, was it like a year ago on Netflix? Don't F with cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
Cats or dogs.
Don't do it. Anyway, guys, what I want to know is what were your thoughts of the Cruella trailer? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? Jump on down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.